Hey everybody, welcome back to another Triple Hound video, and we are going to go through all of the DC comic book skins that are in Fortnite and rank them from 1 to 8 over the course of 4 different tiers in this video. Like our previous ranking videos of Star Wars skins and Marvel skins in Fortnite, we're going to rank them based on a cumulative score given by all of us in the Triple Hound family. So I ranked 1 through 8, Noah ranked 1 through 8, Pearson ranked 1 through 8, and Triple Hound Mom, who's never played the game before but has seen the skins on the television screen, has ranked them 1 to 8. So we have all ranked them, and the character with the lowest number, i.e. the most rankings closest to number 1, finished number 1 overall on our list, and the character with the biggest number, i.e. the most rankings closest to number 8, finished at the bottom of the list. So without further ado, starting in the 4th tier out of 4, and the lowest ranking overall, number 8 on the list, is the movie-style Batman, which I think we all agree is a really crappy skin. He was in the bottom 3 on everybody's list. I had him absolute last. Noah, I know you had him absolute last as well.
Yeah.
He's just goofy looking. He's hard to take seriously. His neck is sort of funny looking to me. His head is oddly shaped. I just really don't like anything about this skin. I guess it's the Christian Bale version of Batman. Is that the assumption?
I assume so.
There have been a lot of different movie Batmen, and I think the black armor of Christian Bale is the closest to what this is supposed to be.
I think that is what it's supposed to be.
But it's just not necessary. I don't know. There's another Batman in the list here. We'll get to him in a bit. But this version of Batman in the Fortnite universe is just goofy looking. It's hard to take seriously. I just don't like it. And none of us did. So we all put him at number 8 or slightly higher than that. He was in the bottom 3 of everybody's. So he was near the bottom of everyone. And number 8, the very last one, ranked overall. Number 7 is Catwoman. Pearson had her ranked higher than everybody else at number 4. Everybody else had her at either 6 or 7. I don't dislike the Catwoman skin, I gotta say.
Yeah, me neither.
And I guess more power to all of the rest of the skins on this list. If a skin that I really didn't dislike made it all the way down to the second to last spot. If you go back to the Marvel video, the last 2 or 3 skins on the list were ones that I kind of didn't really like overall. But in this case, I liked the Catwoman skin. I just didn't like her as much as I liked other ones.
Yeah, agreed.
Her emote is really cool. I like that she has the whip emote and her little hissing emote. There's a lot I like about her. I like her.
Her glider and her pickaxes are pretty cool.
Her glider and her pickaxes are pretty cool. There's a lot to like about her. I just didn't like her as much as everyone else, so she stays down in the bottom tier. She might have been ranked in the next tier up if not for Triple Hound Mom's number 1 ranking of Aquaman. He is number 6 overall and the bottom of 2 in tier 3 for us. I assume she ranked Aquaman as high as she did because it's a pretty good rendering. It's pretty accurate to the movie Aquaman, played by Jason Momoa, who is a hunk. So I assume that's why he was number 1 on her list. Interesting, Jason Momoa and Triple Hound Dad have the exact same birthday. Interesting news.
Yes, I know,
yeah,
crazy.
We both look the same, too.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Everybody else had had him. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time.
Yeah, you are struggling, bro.
I'm having a hard time. Everybody else had Aquaman at number 6 or number 7. And he was lifted all the way up to 6, basically, because of that number 1 ranking. I like the skin just fine. Yeah. And I like the 2 variants. He's got, like, sort of the shirtless tattoo version from the movie, and he's got like the King of Atlantis version with the orange shirt that's a little bit closer to what you see in the comic books. So there's a lot about him I like. I just
Yeah.
He's also kind of boring.
Yeah, I personally, I ranked him lower as well, like most of us. But my primary problem was his hair. I just think it doesn't really look natural. It looks like a bad plastic toy piece. I think they did his hair dirty. Jason Momoa's hair has got to be so upset about their rendering of it. But yeah, I agree. It's not a bad skin. That kind of ruins it for me. And like I've said with previous skins that are based on and scanned from real people, I just think they look weird and cartoonish. So I didn't really like that. He probably would have been in the top 3 if they had gone with the comic style, because I think that would have done a better job. But I will agree. Yeah, it's not a bad skin. I just think it looks a little bit off, and that kind of ruins it for me.
So the next one on the list, the family was really divided on. So number 5, number 5 overall, and the other skin in tier 3 is a comic book Batman. And Noah, you and I had him ranked number 1 overall, and both Pearson and Mummy had him ranked number 8 overall. Mm-hmm. So we were polar opposites on the comic book Batman. 2 of us had him ranked at the top of the list, and 2 of us had him ranked at the absolute bottom of the list. So we couldn't have been more divided on this particular skin. We couldn't have been more divided on this particular skin, period. I love it. It's my favorite DC skin in the game, period. I think it's a clean rendering of a cool comic book version of Batman. I think the comic books are cool source material to use for Fortnite skins. I don't have any problem with that. I really love the skin. I think it's too bad that the family was so violently divided over this.
I think a couple of you guys would get a chuckle out of my reaction when I heard that Pearson ranked him 8. I was sitting on the couch where you have, and I whipped around and looked at him, and I was like immediately, I was just like, what? Excuse me? Are you sure? Take a good look at it. Take a good look at that and tell me it's bad. It was pretty funny, but yeah, I think he's one of the coolest translation from media to Fortnite in all of the collaboration skins.
Yeah, he might. I mean, if we did an overall crossover master list ranking, he'd probably be in my top 3. I mean,
yes, I agree. I think my top 3 would probably be Iron Man, Venom, and in that comic book Batman. I think he's definitely one of my favorites of all of the comic book media into Fortnite collaborations.
Yeah, he's just really super cool. So I'm sad to see him ranked at number 5 here.
Yeah, me too.
Moving into the next tier, number 4 is Black Manta. I had him ranked number 2. My ranking of him was higher than anybody else. I think he's super cool looking. I can't be any more, I guess, descriptive than that. I just think he's badass looking. I think he's well done. I think he's truthful to both the comic book and the movie. I think he works kind of in both of those ways. I like having a foil for the Aquaman skin. Right now we're over the course of the DC skins that are available in the game, you're basically working with 2 different sort of smaller universes. You've got the Aquaman universe and the Batman universe. You don't really get outside of that group. I don't know if in the future we're going to see a Green Lantern or something, but right now you've got 2 heroes and a bunch of bad guys who are directly related to those heroes. And Black Manta is the sort of the counterpoint to Aquaman, and I think he's done better. I just think he's badass looking.
Yeah, I think, similar to my opinion about the Imperial Stormtrooper with a Star Wars list, I just think the translation from media to Fortnite was up there in, like, almost perfect. Like, there was no really way you could go bad with that, and I think it just went perfectly when they did it. I just think it looked really good among the list of all the DC skins. I just think they did a really good job in translation.
Number 3 on the list is Poison Ivy. Pearson had her all the way up at number 2. I had her down at number 5. I do, here again, this is a running theme. I do like the skin. I thought it was cool. I like that it has a green and a sort of a normal, like regular, not so green skin variant. I like a lot about her. I think she's got a cool pickaxe. I think she's got a cool back bling. You can use the clover contrail with her, as they look like kind of vines for a contrail. You can use the victory umbrella from season 8, which is like a palm tree.
May I also mention you could use the vines contrail that you could get back in whatever season for completing like some sort of challenge. I think the overtime challenges in one season, maybe season 8. You could get a literal contrail that is vines. So you could just use that as well.
Yeah, if you have it, you can use it. You can use a lot of Groot's stuff with her as well.
That is also true.
You can use the Groot. I know she's got her own pickaxe, but you could use Groot pickaxe and the Groot sort of tree branch looking glider.
You could even use his contrail.
You could use his contrail. You certainly could use his wrap, his sort of wooden.
I would say his wrap probably works the best.
Wrap, yeah. There's also a driftwood wrap that you might be able to use. It's not too bad with her. So she's really quite versatile. I really like the way that she was rendered in the game. And she nearly made the top tier. She only just barely missed being in the top tier here, which we will, I guess, move to now. Number 2 overall on the list, and one of 2 people in our top tier is the Joker, who just came out with the Last Laughs bundle, which also included Poison Ivy, who we just talked about. I had her ranked number 4. Him. Jesus. I had the Joker ranked number 4. I was the one who ranked him the lowest. Noah, you had him ranked right here at number 2. You had him ranked the highest.
Yeah, him and the comic book Batman, I think, are really, really clean looking. I think they did a really good job with those 2 skins. I think the simplicity of the Batman skin had really good complementary style with the Fortnite skin. And I think the Joker he also had that simplicity you could see, but the amount of detail they legitimately put in to make it look like the Joker, I think they did a really good job with, like, the Joker. I think that version of the Joker is a good all-around stand-in for the Joker as a character.
One thing I would say, I would have loved to have seen a Heath Ledger variant of the Joker. The Heath Ledger version of the Joker is, for my money, the best Joker that has ever been portrayed in any television show or movie. Just such a fantastic job. Obviously, he won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor posthumously for his job playing the Joker there. And you can see our voiceover video where we use famous clips from his rendering of the Joker as sort of parody trash talk in the Fortnite game itself. We have done a lot of those videos. There's also a Christian Bale Batman version. So I'll put a link to the playlist of trash talk dub videos in the description below, so you can check those out. Which is a reasonable segue to the number 1 person on our list, which is Harley Quinn. Pearson had her at number 1. You had her lowest at number 5, but everybody else had her closer to 1 in places like 2 and 3. And I like Harley Quinn. No complaint here. I'm okay with her being in the number 1 spot. Obviously, I didn't have her ranked first, but I don't disagree greatly.
Yeah,
you've got her ranked down at number 5.
In my opinion, I think she is definitely one of those cooler skins. She's definitely above, the Aquaman, Catwoman, and the movie Batman. But I think I had her. She could have been ranked higher. I just think personally on my list, I think she was just 1 below Black Manta. I think I was very close with those 2 when I was ranking it. And I think the only reason I put Black Manta higher was just, as I said, I really like the translation from movie / comic to the game. I think, as I said, like the Imperial Stormtrooper, him in that style just works. And I think they did a really good job with it. And that's not to put down Harley. They did a really good job with her, and I do like that whole set and style of her. I just think Black Manta was just so well done in that style. So she could have been 4th on my list, but I think Black Manta just put her down to 5.
And I will say, I made this mention in a previous one of our ranking videos. I will say, I think in some cases when they do these crossover skins, that you have to have a bit of a suspension of disbelief. For instance, with Batman, he's a character who in the comic books famously does not kill people and certainly doesn't run around with guns and shoot at people. He's just a character who famously does not use guns to kill people. I mean, like, that's a thing that Batman is known for. And yet in Fortnite, you exclusively run around with guns and kill people. So you have to kind of stretch your understanding of the character in order to sort of accept that they're in the Fortnite universe. And yes, I get it. Technically, they're not being killed. They're being sort of zapped away by a little simulated robot thing. Like, I understand that they're not blood and guts all over the Fortnite island. So it's not exactly killing, but you get what I'm saying, is using firearms to take people out is not what Batman is known for. And you have to kind of stretch disbelief to accept that. With Harley Quinn, you just don't. Harley Quinn is a psychopath as a character.
Her and Joker, man.
Her and Joker are both crazy people who absolutely will kill and have killed in the comic books and every other place. They are crazy killers, serial killers, you might even say, however sort of, cartoonishly rendered. So you really don't have to stretch disbelief at all to accept that Harley Quinn and Joker would be running around blasting people with shotguns. That's totally in character for both of them, with the exception of the fact that maybe it doesn't deal enough pain. It might be unbelievable if for no other reason than it's not quite torture. So that's what I'll say about that character. I do appreciate that about it. And I guess that wraps up our list. So from top to bottom, Harley Quinn number 1, Joker number 2, Poison Ivy 3, number 4, Black Manta, number 5, comic book Batman, number 6, Aquaman, 7, Catwoman, and number 8, the Christian Bale movie style Batman. Thank you so much for watching. Please check us out on social media, Instagram and Twitter at TripleHound, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/TripleHound, where you can watch most of our gameplay as it is streamed originally. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.